Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin. We'll talk about the news. We'll talk about altcoins. Going to move some crypto around for you guys. And as always, I'll do my very best to get to your questions and see if we can't solve your problems here live. Well, it's been an exciting last few days. Bitcoin suddenly started going up again for no apparent reason. We had the run-up to the ETF approval a little while ago, a couple weeks back, and Bitcoin broke 48, and then we had that pullback, and then all of a sudden, last couple of days, Bitcoin started going up again, apparently for no reason, but a lot of people are correlating it with or saying it is caused by Chinese New Year, which traditionally has been a bull run period for Bitcoin. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. I'm here again with the rig and my great Bitcoin sign that my dad got me for a couple of Christmases ago. It's good to have everybody here. Looks like it might rain tonight, but it has been rather warm over the last few days. But I think we're going to get some more cold weather here in Michigan, so we'll see. So let's go over to the big screen. I want to thank everyone that's here tonight. That's the one thing I didn't check. Let's see, this one. Yeah, sometimes I have 3 monitors, and sometimes the software has the wrong monitor. But anyway, it's not a big deal. I know how to fix that easy. So let's see. Kenny is here early as usual. Thank you, Kenny. Yeah, that I had a thing I wanted to do with the thumbnail, and I guess it turned out okay. I wanted it to be one thing that was funny that I didn't save was that I did my normal middle-aged man with glasses, and I used my Laura, which always, has a bunch of pictures of me in there, so when it comes out, it looks like me. But I wrote on there, dressed for Chinese New Year, and it just kept producing pictures of Chinese guys with Chinese face. So I just didn't go into. I was hoping I could be dressed in Chinese clothing, but I wasn't sure that might be cultural appropriation, so I didn't do that. But that one picture of me holding the Bitcoin was first try, bam. And then I did generate the dragon that I put in the background, and those little money envelopes. So yeah, we're celebrating Chinese New Year here on the CryptoDad. Yeah, so Kenny, PJ's Playhouse, Mr. Miskey, Gregory Whelan from across the pond, thank you. Manuel is here. Potboiler, I'm gonna go. I think I'll dive in and do your little thing before the news, if you guys don't mind. I'm going to try to get to his question. I read your email earlier today. I suspect that it's just a warning message and you can send anyway. A lot of people will get warning messages and they think they're deal breakers. They are not. You'll see this quite often when you try to transfer, for example, some Stellar or even Solana sometimes into your Coinbase account from your wallet. It will give you a message, says something weird like the account is not funded, even though you've used that crypto before, or you may even have some crypto in your account. I don't know that the crypto that's in your account is in that receiving address wallet that it generates for you. So yeah, maybe you have some near token in there, but the address that you're sending to is empty. But we're going to try it out. Hopefully the fees don't kill me on this. Near protocol, I guess now it's supported in directly in Ledger Live, so we can play around with that. E. Poston, TB watching. PJ Playhouse, Simona, Marek from Slovakia, it's good to have you here. Asil, always a pleasure. Nice to have you here. Albert W, haven't bought any of that coin you're talking about. Sorry. Did you guys file your crypto taxes? Oh, I don't reveal personal information. I reveal a lot of personal information, but yeah. Let's see. Dennis Farasso, Dad, what do you think about us reaching 60K by the halving and then dropping to 40 again? Well, that's a pretty specific prediction. So what do I think about it? It sounds like a great idea to me, but I can't give you any insight into that. Maybe Dan. Dan's the chartist, our resident chartist. Bara is here. Birds, bees, and trees. Good to have you here. Good to have Dan here helping out. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday, Dan. And I think we got everybody here. So let's dive into that little issue. He's having trouble sending NEAR to Coinbase. Well, I don't have NEAR in my wallet at the moment, but we can go ahead and set up a NEAR account in Ledger Live. I'm going to need to attach my device. Get my cable here. I have my device. Let's see, we can hone the camera in, but let me go ahead and put my pin in here quickly as possible while I'm talking. We'll see what happens. I should be an old hand at this now, right? I've done this so many times. Okay, I got it first try. Let's go ahead and get this camera honed in for us. Let's turn that guy on. Let's see here. Oops. Yeah. Boom, ba-doom. It's asking me to authorize because what it wants to do is add the NEAR app. I don't have the NEAR app on my device. So let's go ahead and click both buttons and let it install. In the old days, you had to make sure you had the app on there before you tried to add it in accounts. Well, now Ledger Live is smart enough to initiate the app install when you ask to add an account. So let's go ahead and open that. And here we go. That's kind of weird because I've used NEAR before with a third-party wallet. So there might be some NEAR in this already, as you can see. All right, so let's turn that off. I don't want to add a new one. Actually, I think that's, it's giving me a choice to add 2 new ones, which is kind of weird. Looks a little funky, but anyway, let's go ahead and hit add account. So yeah, we should have some NEAR in here already. I had it in a third-party wallet, but then I cleared it out. Yeah, it's just like a little change, right? Well, let's see what happens when I try to send it to Coinbase. So, I wanted to point out that my Coinbase has been doing something a little strange. And I had a friend that called me asking me about his Coinbase account, and he's saying that it's not asking him for his 2-factor anymore. And we talked a little bit about it and what I think. And I'm logging into my Brave browser. I'm logging into Coinbase from my Brave browser, and I don't know if this problem will persist, but I wanted to show it to you. Let's go ahead and put in the code here. Yeah, it's wanting you to set up a passkey, and I don't like passkeys. I'm an old fart. I've been using passwords for so long. I have a password manager that passkeys make me nervous. I don't quite, it's hard for me to wrap my head around them, but I'm assuming that it uses your device as your passkey. Or your Windows Hello. I don't know what it does. I don't want to screw around with it because my Coinbase is crucial. I don't want to mess it up. But I think my friend went through, because notice the get started is the default. It's like, go ahead, do it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. Not now. But I think my friend went ahead and went through this, and now it doesn't ask him to authorize anymore when he logs into Coinbase because his device is his thing, which is great if, no one messes with your machine, you've got a lock on your office. But a lot of people would rather not have their computer like automatically log them into Coinbase. But so I'm not going to do that. But the problem I was having with my Coinbase in Brave was that this isn't working. Now it's working. I was clicking on this till the cows came home, and I could not get the toggle menu to come down. Well, it appears to have fixed itself. So anyway, let's stay in regular Coinbase here. Let's do send receive. Let's receive near. I don't know that I can even send such a small amount, but what the hell? Okay, this address can only be received near. Okay, that's fine. And so you're saying when you try to send, you get this weird message telling you there. It's just a warning. It's not a deal breaker. It's just telling you there's, it's freaking out, but it doesn't mean you can't send it, right? Just hit continue and send. Not a big deal, right? It's just giving you some kind of warning about that the account isn't initialized or whatever. I don't know, right? Let's see, confirm transfer. Okay. This was like the tiniest demo I've ever done, right? $2 worth of near. Will it even work? Yeah, it worked. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's not a deal breaker. It's just a little warning and you can safely ignore it. It's not going to kill you. But you should always, like, if you got $5,000 worth of near and you're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Well, then send $10 worth and find out what happens. If it disappears down the rabbit hole, then you've only lost $10 and now it's like a real deal. But a lot of times it's like, just give it a shot, see what happens, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna end up showing up here at some point during the live stream. I was gonna buy some, put it in my ledger, and then transfer it back, and lose some fees doing it. But I didn't have to do all that. All right. So anyway, let's jump in the news. Oh yeah, it just came in. I got an email alert from from Coinbase, and there it is, $2.57. So yeah, that message comes up, as I mentioned, it'll come up with, I didn't even read it. I didn't read the whole thing, but like sometimes it'll say cannot confirm the address, or it'll say this account is not funded yet, or just something weird. I didn't even read it, to be honest with you. I just realized that it's just a little warning. Anywho, let's jump into the news. That's why most people are here tonight. I'll go ahead and turn this guy off for the moment. And again with the sound. Oh my God. Yes, thanks, Dan. I got it. How long was I out? My God, I don't think I touched it. Hey, Dan, thanks for the call. Thanks, I got it. I saw somebody yelling at me. All right. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, sorry, guys. I mean, I looked over there and I was like, Okay. Was I silent during that whole near transfer thing? Are you kidding me? Please don't tell me I was. Yeah. Okay. I think the near thing was okay. That's when we got to the news. Good heavens, man. I hate this mic. I really do. And I saw a really cool mic, but it was like, meh. It was like really expensive. This mic, it has this great feature that allows you to mute it by just tapping. Yay, just tap it. Couldn't be more intuitive. But because I'm an old fucker, I'm an old fart, I'm constantly tapping it by accident. So, sorry, again. Yeah, I'm ready to I think I'll just take all my toys and go home. Oh, I am home. Oh, well, I guess I can't do that. Yeah, it's frustrating. And JDO hates this mic more than I do, that's for sure. But anyway, I'm back. How long was I out? Was it a minute? No one could predict the price of any asset. Yeah. Well, the phone, he's always had my phone number. But another reason, another thing about me is I'm an old fart. What happened was I used to put my phone on silent during church, right? And then I would forget to take it off silent. Sometimes for a day or two, because, I work from home or whatever, I can do what, and after a while, I got to where I liked it. I was like, hey, I really like having my phone on silent. Like when the phone rings, I don't like, or when like somebody texts me, I don't like have to get all stressed out. It's just like, I usually have the phone right with me. So a lot of times I can just see it if someone texts me or calls me. But I don't like call people and take calls on a regular basis. Mostly it's just texts and emails. So, yeah, all the alerts and all that other junk is just like, my life is just so stress-free now. The only stress is like when someone calls and it's kind of important, but it's not usually. But one of those is Dan, and sometimes I got it on silent during the live stream, and I'm not looking right at it, and Dan can't get through to me. Anywho. Okay, so we're good, right? We're okay. Let's go ahead and finish up this story. I was talking about the price of Bitcoin being close to 48,000 right now, which is pretty cool. And then you can see there's like a small percentage gain there. Well, that gain is marked from exactly 24 hours ago, if I'm not mistaken. These are 24-hour percentages, right? That's mostly the default. It's up 0.1 over the last 24 hours. And so when we have these large fluctuations, as I mentioned, I don't know if the mic was silent when I mentioned it, that it hit 48K yesterday briefly, but then came back down. So we're just kind of bouncing right back to where we were close to 48 hours ago. So you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt when you see those percentages during periods of like fluctuation, because it could have gone like down 20% and then back up 21%. And then it would only say, oh, it's only up 1%, even though we've been getting murdered. So yeah, anyhow. Largest crypto rallied every time in the last 9 years by 11% on average around the Chinese New Year festivities. So historically, over the last 9 years, we've had an 11% pop. Hey, Asil, thank you for that. I appreciate your donation to this cranky old man. Have I used MetaMask cash out to send to bank option? No, I don't, because MetaMask, it's a bit of a misnomer to say that it's MetaMask, because it's not MetaMask. MetaMask is a non-custodial wallet, but it does incorporate some third-party services like MoonPay and a couple of other under-the-hood third-party companies that will allow you to cash out, but their rates are pretty high, and a lot of times it's just one more thing that I have to do KYC for in order to qualify. And I'm very comfortable with cashing out from my Coinbase or my Kraken, and those are my go-to ways to cash out. I'll simply make a transfer to my Coinbase account, sell for cash, and cash out. It's really easy. I can get it right away, or I can get it within an hour or a couple hours, depending on the situation. You pay a little extra to get it right away. But all of those other wallets and, services that say, you can swap and trade and blah, 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 they're using third-party under the hood for that kind of stuff. And most of these wallets are using third-party payment processors that are not based in the U.S. Like MoonPay, I don't know where, I guess somebody said it was based in the U.S., but some of them are European, and it's just kind of weird and ganky to try to get, authorized and hooked up, and they make you take a selfie with your webcam and do all kinds of weird stuff, and so I don't really care much for those third party anyway, so yeah, no, I haven't done that. I think I did a video on doing some trading on MetaMask, buying and selling using those third party, but I didn't actually go through it because I don't use those kind of. I tried them, but I wasn't really impressed with them. And Potboiler, thank you. There's $5. I hope I saved you $5 on that, or $5 worth of headache. So, okay, we're looking at another bull run, possibly due to. Now, if we want to tack this on to Chinese New Year, we should also be aware that there's an expected pullback after Chinese New Year. So I don't know that I really want to, connect this bull run to Chinese New Year specifically, because I think it started like 3 or 4 days ago. So, yeah, I'm taking it as Bitcoin being Bitcoin. So we'll see. I wanted to point out this story here. I do the news and talk about the markets a little bit, and sometimes more than others when the market's really good. But I like to focus on stories about scams, and that's kind of what I'm going to do tonight. I won't spend a whole bunch of time on it because there's a couple of things that I want to get done tonight, moving crypto around wise. Yeah. So, but this is a story. I think you guys should be aware of these stories. Potboiler, again, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get back to your email. I think your email came in this morning. I didn't get a chance to get back in. A lot of times it just depends. Like if I'm if I've got the phone and it's an easy question, I'll reply right away. But if, like your question, I was like, oh, I guess I need to log into Coinbase and check this out and sit down in front of my computer. And, when I read your email, I was upstairs and having coffee. And so later I forgot. So I'm glad you came to the live stream and were able to get an answer. That's cool. So, yeah, so we're looking at scams here. Hong Kong SFC, I guess that's their financial organization or their financial regulator. They issued a warning over imposter crypto exchanges posing as MEXC. Well, I don't use MEXC. I've had some people swear by it. The only problem I have with MEXC is there's more than one. One is all these pop-ups. Well, that was only one. One time I logged in or just hit their page and they hit me with like 3 pop-ups. I'm like, that's so crass, if you ask me. Coinbase doesn't do that. Maybe occasionally. It's a serious thing. It gets, when I see all those crazy pop-ups, I think I'm on some kind of scam site or whatever. But anyhow, I know it's a real exchange. I know it's legit, but I can't use my US IP. they're like, they can't service me in the US. And so I need to use my VPN to log into this. Now, I had someone that I worked with a little bit here in Michigan, and he said that he passed their KYC. And I was kind of like, well, that's weird, because they won't let you log into their website unless you use a VPN. But then somehow you were able to pass their KYC with a US ID. It just seemed kind of weird to me. But apparently there's a lot of crypto you can buy on MEXC that you can't get on Coinbase or other. So, a lot of people that are into the up and coming coins or whatever use MEXC. But in this story, there are some fake websites that look like MEXC but are not, and that's the issue here. And it makes it confusing, because they are already going after MEXC for some shaky behavior of closing accounts and confiscating crypto and claiming that it was fraudulent activity, which is all well and good if you're like taking those proceeds and giving them to, law enforcement or whatever you're doing. I don't know. But if you're just like, oh, I just closed your account and locked you out of 50 grand worth of crypto because, we think you're a fraud. Well, anyhow. The regulator alleged that the fraudulent entity operating under MEXC is tricking investors into depositing funds into its bank account for supposed investments, only to find difficulties when attempting to withdraw funds later. But these are, and so it's confusing, right? It's not MEXC. It's someone pretending to be MEXC. But it could be MEXC. We don't know, right? But MEXC xz.icu and mexczz.co. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to get onto any of these, but we could give it a try just to see what happens. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. And I'm not worried about going on these sites because, the scam is they want me to send them money from my bank account. Well, just going on their site isn't going to drain my bank account unless I give them my bank account information. Yeah, I can't get onto either of these. So they've been disabled or whatever, right? But you should always be aware of stuff like this. Like if you get an email or a DM or you see something on Discord or Telegram or Facebook Messenger or any kind of weird place. It's not really the best place to buy your crypto, right? Or be doing crypto research, to be honest with you. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, they're like, oh, I got to go on Discord, because they're about to drop this new NFT mint and, I'll be rich and, and if I'll miss out and all this. And it's like, it's really sketchy behavior, right? And another thing I want to point out for those of you who are just getting into crypto that are new, this stuff is for people that are, most of these scams and hacks are people that are doing sketchy stuff. They never want to blame it on the user, right? They're always like, oh, these scammers, they're doing all this bad stuff. And it's like, yeah, but the people are being sucked in by their greed, right? And their sloppiness and their lack of attention to detail or their unmindfulness, Crypto is all about, it's not just self-custody. It goes way beyond that. It's about self-responsibility. It's about owning your own actions. And so you have to be the final arbiter of what you're going to do and what sites you're going to go on and what your behavior is going to be and how much risk can you handle. Don't get caught up in all this hype and get sucked into all this stuff that's sketchy, right? because you think you're going to, hit the jackpot. That's gambling behavior. That's like driving down the Las Vegas Strip and, there's a blinking sign over there. Oh, I'm going to go strike it rich with their slot machine. Most of these scams and hacks are like a 50-50 deal, right? So it takes two to tango. So for those of you who are just new and you just want to buy crypto and put it in your wallet, which is why I'm here, don't be all weirded out over these stories, because if you're not doing that, then you don't have anything to worry about. But I did want to bring this stuff up because, always check your URL. Like if you go to Coinbase, Coinbase.com. Right? That's the official Coinbase site. But sometimes they'll put like Coinbase help.com or just something bizarre that's not, or it won't be .com. It'll be like AI or AU or I don't know, just like look at what you're doing and be careful, please, guys. So yeah, I have all these stories in the description down below. I didn't really talk about that because we jumped right in, but I've got all kinds of goodies in the description. Check them out. Breakdown of our news and our discussion topic tonight. We're going to talk about mitigating transfer fees. You can sign up for Coinbase. I've got a Coinbase link here. They gave me a link way back in the day, like 2017 and 18. I had there's Coinbase links in all my early videos, but they stopped doing that. And so I haven't got any affiliate earnings from Coinbase in several years. But now they're using Impact, which is like a third-party affiliate service. And so I got an offer from Coinbase. So now I've got an affiliate Coinbase affiliate link now if you want to sign up for Coinbase. Also, Ledger Nano X and Ledger Nano S Plus have the new orange. Let's see if I can find it here. There's like a blog. Probably not. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I can't find it. All right. Oh, I think there's probably a link to it. Come on. Okay. Well, I guess not. Well, they have these new products, and I can't find the link or the story about them, but it's there. They've got this new thing called the Orange, and if you buy it, they will donate some money to, hey, let's use my link and see what happens. Yeah, there we go. Okay, whoops, whatever, doesn't matter. There. So when you buy the Ledger Nano X Orange or the Ledger Nano S Orange, they will donate $5 to Brink.dev, a nonprofit that supports Bitcoin developers. It's kind of an interesting play. Usually they're offering discounts or whatever, or free Bitcoin, and now it's like, we'll make a donation in your name too. It reminds me of George Costanza with the Human Fund, right? Money for people. Yeah, but yeah, I believe if you buy this, they are actually going to send the money, right? Yeah, and then a bunch of other affiliate links down here, SecureX, Tangem, always, remember, my Tangem link always gives you 10% discount, my Tangem checkout code, right? So always remember to put in the CryptoDad code, because it will always, see, they don't have a discount right now. But if you put in CryptoDad in all uppercase and hit that little arrow, it's going to apply that discount for you if you want to get a Tangem. And then also, I dropped a video yesterday about Tangem, and they've got cross-chain swaps. And next week, starting on Wednesday, they're going to be offering no-fee trading for like a week. Between the 14th and the 21st, provided by Changely under the hood. We're going to use my Tangem wallet in a bit tonight, if I can get through the news. Okay, so keep an eye out on the URLs that you're going to. Scam as a service, new Solana drainers identified. Now, I read this story earlier, and, it really... It really bothers me because when I see a story like this, I expect to find information about how it works and how you can avoid it. But a lot of times they don't really care. Whoever pumps out these clickbait articles just wants to scare you. And they'll be like, oh, there's a new drainer out there. And you're like, okay, with no context, no solution or anything, right? Just there's a drainer. So I did quite a bit of digging into a couple of different articles. Most of this was from Blowfish. I went on their Twitter feed, and basically their tweet history, or however you want to say it, is basically just verbatim what this article says. And it's that there are people selling these drainers on the dark web or somewhere based in Russia, and hackers can buy them. There's like 6,000 members in this group that are downloading this software and all that kind of stuff, and they will drain your Solana wallet, and but they don't really explain how it works. They mention that there has to be let me see if I can find it. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it here. There has to be the way that the software works. Yeah, see, that this is just too much. Okay. Doggone it. Crap. Oh. Okay. All right, let's just go to their Twitter page, and that's where they go into some more detail about it. Okay. Okay, here it is. A bit flip attack is a transaction that looks like it's sending you Sol, for example, but in reality, it drains your wallet when it's actually submitted on chain. How is this even possible? Okay, here it is. If the DApp's on-chain program includes a conditional that allows it to send the user Sol or drain their account, a drainer could flip that conditional at any time, even after receiving the user's signature. Well, I looked and tried to figure out, what it is, how you avoid it. And most of these other articles that I found, basically, if somebody buys this drainer software, they have to implement it. And it has to be implemented on their website. So it's not like it infects high-tier websites like the Jupiter website or stuff that's like above board, right? It has to be you're on some weird website trying to claim some weird NFT or airdrop or mint something. Once again, it's risky behavior on the part of the user that ends up getting them into these things. And these are mostly phishing attacks, right? They'll get an email that says, hey, claim your free airdrop, click here, and the user will go there, and there it is, airdrop phishing, right? Targeting zero holders. Okay, well, I don't even have any zero, but maybe you do. The phishing NFTs were used, placing the phishing site in the name and the external link. So these are very specific hacks that are initiated usually from a phishing attack. The user clicks the link, it takes it over to the scammy website, and then the user tries to claim their NFT or their free airdrop, and they get a warning, but instead of really examining the warning and seeing here where they're allowing a transfer of their SOL out of the wallet, they're greedy, they want their airdrop, and so they just click it, right? Or they think it's a warning and they just click through it. So most of these scams can be avoided by A, not doing risky stuff, and B, if you're doing risky stuff, pay attention to what's going on and don't get sucked in by greed, thinking you're going to get rich. That's how they get you. And don't expose wallets that have high balances to this kind of stuff, right? So if you want to do risky stuff, great. Get yourself a separate wallet, maybe in a separate browser or a separate account, or even, buy yourself a whole separate hardware device or whatever it is that you do to secure your wallet. Just don't expose your go-to wallet to this kind of stuff. Right? And then people get bent out of shape. Oh, you mean I got to buy 2 wallets now? No, you don't have to buy 2 wallets. If you stay away from scam sites, you don't have to buy two wallets. But if you're going to do scammy stuff, risky stuff, then take the proper precautions. Enough said about that. Sorry, I couldn't find that right away, but I just don't like just blabbing scare stories without giving you some kind of, follow-up as to how you can avoid this kind of stuff, right? Most of these articles that you read are just scare tactics. They just want you to click on them. Oh my God, I'm going to lose all my Solana. I can't sleep at night. My ledger's under my bed, but I'm still worried that they're going to take my Solana. I'm like, dude, just read what it is how this thing works and don't do it. Okay, yeah, everybody's here tonight. Okay, yeah, everybody stop talking there. It's like, oh, yeah, own your own decision. Thank you, Jamie. You can't blame anyone in this space. Gambling is okay as long as you know what you're gambling. It's for adults. Jamie, you took the words right out of my mouth. Or emails from supposed Coinbase from a Hotmail address, LOL, yeah. Do I keep connected for Bonk Dragon? Do I keep wallet connected for Bonk Dragon? I'm not sure about Bonk Dragon. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of it. Like I said, if you're going to use a hardware wallet connected to a Solana site type service like Soulflare or Phantom Wallet or anything like that, those are great wallets, right? You just want to make sure that if you're going to do stuff like that, be very careful and maybe use like a secondary wallet for that kind of stuff. Another thing that I wanted to bring up about this is that Blowfish, which is the this article is about the Blowfish's revelation in their Twitter. Well, Blowfish is a Web3 security company. So their solution to the whole thing is use our service, right? Well, it's a paid service, right? So you could do that. I mean, if that's your thing, if you want to be super secure and you're doing this kind of stuff and you want, security software, great. Right? But it's the same old thing, right? I forget the name of the security service that do home security systems. They'll come to your house and they'll evaluate your, do you want to get a free evaluation? And they'll tell you, oh, this window's loose and that door lock's not very strong. And well, you need us, right? It's the same. It's like, I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm just saying it's a business, right? So of course they're blowing out this article and talking about, this new wallet drainer, and that's all well and good, and their solution is, use our service, right? There's more. There's also Blockade, which also talked about this, another service. I don't know that they're even, oh, okay, if I scroll it down, I guess I saw that 0 and I was like, they've done 0? Oh, but it just filled when I scrolled down. Yeah, so if you're doing risky stuff and you want to use a service like Blowfish, I'll put these down in the description just in case you want to check these out. Blowfish is one. The other one is Blockade. And then this was really weird. I know there's one called Wallet Guard. But the weird thing about Wallet Guard was I did this earlier. If I can get out of this. Come on. Okay. I did Wallet Guard. And the cat's here. He just rubbed this. Yeah, so I Google their website, I click on the link, and my virus tells me that Wallet Guard is a scam site. I think it's a false positive, right? I can just ignore the threat and go over there because I know this is a legitimate site. So go figure. But yeah, I mean, Wallet Guard, as far as I know, is free, but it flags as a scam site. I don't know why. But it's another Web3 browser protector, and it gives you more information about transactions that you're authorizing. And then they also have like a MetaMask widget, right, that works. It goes into your MetaMask and gives you more information about the thing. So there are ways to mitigate these kind of threats, right? But the easiest thing is just don't do risky stuff, right? Buy crypto, put it in your wallet, buy above board cryptos, and don't get all sucked into all these airdrops, stuff like that. All right, so I did want to do some stuff tonight. Oh yeah, CAS. I was going to do CAS. So a couple of people have been asking me about CAS token. And they've been asking me, how do I put CAS token in my ledger or use a CAS wallet that is secured by a ledger? Well, there really wasn't much out there, but I'll show you. There is one, and yeah, it's called CAS Vault. Yeah, and it's a web-based interface, but it works with Ledger, right? So I'm going to show you how to fund that, but we're going to start with my Tangem first, because we're going to buy some CAS on Uphold. So I need to fund my Uphold account. So we'll do it that way, rather than go onto Uphold. And where'd it go? Where is this? Okay, they logged me out. Rather than fund our purchase with cash from our bank, we'll fund it with some stablecoin if we can. Let's go ahead and get logged back in here. Okay, so I need my 2-factor. I haven't even done this either. All right. Come on, get it together, Rex. Uphold. Okay. That was close. Okay. I need to share my phone with you guys. I hope this works, or we're going to be SOL. Okay. Let's see here. Come on, baby. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. So we're going to use our Tangem wallet. So let's go over here. So I've wearing my pajama bottoms again and my Michigan t-shirt. They were the champions this year. Pretty cool. And I've got my little laboratory over here. So this is a Razer webcam, and I've got my Tangem card here. I've got a couple of Tangem cards. And so let's talk about that and see is this going to work. And hopefully I won't mute my mic when I do this. So let's go into Tangem wallet. And I have, it's a little bit of a dilemma. The dilemma is that I get affiliate earnings paid to me in Tether, but it's Tron-based Tether. And so, as you can see, I've got like 170 in US Tether, Tron format. And I have some Tron in this wallet. I need Tron in this wallet for like the swaps and the transfers and all that stuff. But it gets a little expensive. I don't know why the Tron is so expensive, but it is. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to like prime the wallet with a little bit of Tron, because I'm pretty low on Tron. I think if I try to transfer some of this Tether, we might not have enough Tron. So I'm going to use my Polygon. I'll do that cross-chain swap I was talking about. We'll hit swap, and then I'll tell them, okay, I want to buy some Tron, and I don't need that much. Let's say about $20 worth of Tron. That's good, about 25. Notice that the fee is going to be pretty cheap here, and that it's going to be using CX under the hood. Now, I was bagging on MetaMask earlier because it used MoonPay under the hood, but that was for cashing out, and I needed KYC for that. I had to present identity documents and take a selfie to get signed up for all of that. You don't need that with the cross-chain swaps in your Tangem wallet, right? The CEX or the Change Now centralized exchange, I don't need to provide any KYC or sign up for anything. It just works under the hood. So we'll go ahead and do this. We're going to hit swap. Now let's do something weird. Let's do this. I'm going to put the wrong card on the back here. Well, it knows, right? It says, well, let me show that again. Looks like you got the wrong card. The operation cannot be performed with this card, right? Because I have more than one wallet. Well, let's use the right card, right? So we'll just put that in the back and everything goes through. Right, so it's kind of nice that the Tangem lets me know when I'm using the wrong card. Of course it would, because I couldn't just use any old card. This wallet is tied to this card. So there we go. I'm swapping my Matic for Tron, and out of $25.49 worth of Matic, I'm going to be getting back $25.13. So it didn't cost me too much. It wasn't too bad. The Matic went out, I'm pretty sure. And if we go back over here and we go to the Tron, you can see that there's a transaction pending. And it says that the Tron was sent. All right, so let's refresh and see. Or is it this one? I'm sorry, I was looking at an old one. Oh, okay, so here I sent my Matic to Change Now. They received it, they confirmed it, and now they exchanged it for Tron, and now they're sending the Tron back to me. And so this falls under our discussion of fees, mitigating fees by using cryptos with low fees, like the Matic chain, rather than swapping Bitcoin for Tron. Okay, there. So we've got that Tron now, and I need that Tron for this Tether. So what I want to do is I want to drop some, you know what? I'm not sure I can drop Tron-based Tether in my Uphold account. Let's see. Let's check it out. Hey, Scott Lee's here. Okay. Let's go back over here. Whoops. Sorry. Let's go back over here. Let's take a look at Uphold and see if I guess just like I want let's see, USDT. Let me do that. Okay. Crypto networks, right? I want to drop some Tether in the account. Or do I? Ugh, God, this just, ugh. I hate Uphold. All right. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, but only US Tether. Well, we could swap our, and what about US dollar coin? Let's see what that is. Oh, they got multiple networks. Okay, good. But they don't have Polygon for some bizarre reason. They have Arbitrum and Optimism. So I don't really want to use Ethereum because that'll be a high transfer fee. I'd rather use one of these other ones. So let's see. Let's try Avalanche Chain. All right. Okay, so let's go back over here. Kitty's meowing over there. Okay. All right, so my initial thing didn't work out too well. First of all, let's do managed tokens. Let's do US dollar coin. And let's enable the Avalanche C chain version of it, right? That's the one that I can send to Uphold. Let's hit save changes. There's more. I know I had others. Okay, oh, this maybe not in this wallet. Okay. That's fine. All right, so we have the US dollar coin in Avalanche format. Can we swap this Tether for that? I think I can. Well, that's kind of interesting. Let's try a small test and see what happens. Okay. We're just going to get murdered on those fees, aren't we? This is the whole thing I was trying to avoid, too. Okay. So that's not going to work. All right. Let's try. Let's swap this for Polygon. Or can I send Tron into cats? Let's see. Whoops, doggone it. Sorry. The whole reason I'm trying to do this is because Uphold has CAS, and we wanted to do CAS, right? All right, so let's see. Can I put Tron in here? No. Okay. But can I put Polygon? Seriously? Let's just call it Matic. Okay. Oh. But only on the... Wow. Uphold. Okay. What small, fast, cheap crypto can we use? All right. Not Bitcoin. XRP. I don't know about that. How about Litecoin? Okay. Oh my God. All right. Let's see if that we can handle. We can figure that one out. All right. So, can we swap this for Litecoin? LTC. I don't think I've enabled it. Okay. Whew, man. Putting myself through my paces here. LTC. Okay. Litecoin. Main. All right. I got to enable this with the card. Okay. All righty. Now let's see if I can do this. Swap for Litecoin, LTC. Okay. All right. Am I going to get murdered on this one? Let's see. Not as bad. All right. Let's try 50. Let's see what happens. 47.64. Okay. I can live with that. All right. So let's do, of course, I don't know. Change Now has CAS. Actually, yeah, why don't we try that? I was going to use Uphold, but it's like Uphold, I'm just like doing twists, doing somersaults trying to get, do this with low fees. I think I can just do this. I think I can just trade this for CAS, like right here in this wallet. Let's just do that. Just I was going to go to Uphold, but bleh. Yeah, it's just too much trouble. All right, so let's do 50. And, we're going to get murdered on that one, too. It's the Tron. Okay, the Tron is killing me. That's why I keep having to load Tron into this wallet, because the Tron fees are so high when I swap right in the wallet using my US Tron. The easiest way or the cheapest way is for me to send that Tron tether over to Binance US, because they support Tron tether, Tron-based tether, and I can do that with not too much fees. Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm going to get like $4 in Tron fees on that. Yeah, whatever. Let's just go with this one, just for the heck of it. All right. So, I'm getting the Tron fee no matter what. Okay. So if we get the Tron fee, the $4 Tron fee to get our Litecoin, and then we have to send the Litecoin to Uphold and get hit with another transfer fee and then swap it for CAS, I guess maybe it would be better just to go straight into CAS from here and just pay the $4, right? So yeah, it's the Tron that they're charging me for. Okay. Now that's an on-chain swap. Oh no, it's doing it through CEX. Okay. Okay, so we got a transaction pending. Boy, this is some crazy stuff tonight, isn't it? Notice that my balance went down because the tether is gone, but the CAS has not appeared yet. If I go to CAS, this is the most current one. Right, awaiting deposit still. Okay. Oh my gosh. How long are we going to have to wait? Let's go back here. What is this? That's like an old one. I did that yesterday, didn't I? Yeah. It's just there still. Still awaiting the deposit. Okay. Maybe I should plan these out a little better, huh? Right. Well, okay. I thought it was going to be pretty quick, but I guess not. Okay. I guess not. So, okay. Deposit received, and now it's confirming. Oh, you guys can't see it. Okay. Sorry. I had to refresh it over on the monitor. Okay, there it is. Deposit confirmed, and now it's exchanging. And then they're going to send the CAS back to me. Yeah, it doesn't update if I don't if I don't have it active on my monitor, on the main monitor over here. Right, I have to have it pulled up over here active. It can't be behind another window. Otherwise it won't update here. Yeah. Oh, we figured that one out. All right, so it's exchanging, and then we're going to wait for the CAS to come in, our $46 worth of CAS. Okay. At least I haven't muted the mic lately. Ask question and let the family help you. Anonymous. Most of us know the fastest and the cheapest asset. Okay. What is the fastest and the cheapest asset? Hex token? Okay, they're sending it to me. Okay, here it comes. Woohoo! Yeah, enlighten us if you know the fastest and the cheapest asset. I mean, Polygon is fast and cheap. Litecoin is fast and cheap, but in my situation, it's where I'm starting with. Now, most of you are not going to be starting with Tron-based Tether, right? It's kind of an obscure coin, but for me, it is. It happens a lot to me because I told you I'm getting paid affiliate earnings in Tron-based Tether. I have some other affiliate earnings that come in Bitcoin, and then I have some other affiliate earnings that come in through. Some of them pay me in Stellar, of all things. Some of them pay me in Polygon. Based US dollar coin, which is fine with me. You know, I can deal with that. This particular company pays me in US dollar Tether Tron based, which is kind of odd, but hey, I'll live with it. Okay, so we got our Caspa, finally. All right, now we want to try out this new wallet, right? So everyone's been clamoring for a way to store Caspa in a hardware-based wallet, right? So Ledger now has a Caspa app. Right. It's already installed, but you know, it's not that difficult. You know, you search for it and then just install it if you don't have it yet. But yeah, they have it, right? So you can install it, and as you can see, whoops, there it is right there, right? So we need to get out of Ledger Live because Ledger Live will interfere with third-party wallets. I mean, not Ledger Live, the My Ledger, because it wants control of your device. So if you just go over to accounts, you'll be fine. And I think I added the CAS account, or did I? Oh, there's no CAS account in Ledger Live, right? There's only the app. That's why we need a third-party wallet, right? So if you do CAS, it's going to show you, it's going to show you Caspa, but not native Caspa. It's saying, oh, you want to use the Ethereum version of Caspa, or the Binance Smart Chain version of Caspa, or the Polygon version of Caspa? No, not really. And so I know that gets confusing for a lot of people, you know, like, oh, I want to put CAS in my ledger. I got the app, and then I do this and everything goes haywire. We don't want that, right? Because if I were to try to withdraw Caspa into this Ethereum-based Caspa account, it wouldn't show up, right? Because if I bought Caspa on Uphold, that's native Caspa, not like Ethereum-based Caspa. No. Anyhow. All right, so there's no Ledger Live support for native Caspa. So we have this little wallet, and I'm not sure how I found it. But this is it. This is the address, right? Found it somewhere. Hey, James Wild from Ireland. Good to have you here. All right. So, yeah, I'm not sure where I found this wallet. Maybe it was something like, I think it might have been an article of some kind. Let's turn this off for a sec. Supported tokens. Caspa Home. Yeah, I'm not really sure where I found this wallet, but I did. Resources. Ugh. Okay. Caspa wallets. Anyhow, I found this wallet somewhere. Okay. So, this is it, right? So, let's just go to the home, and we want to connect our ledger device. So, we have to be in the Caspa app. All right, and then we'll go ahead and connect. And there's the address, right? It says generate new address, but there's already address here, and it's selected, so it says. And if I click on that, it gives me a QR code for this CAS address. So, hey, let's do this. The wallet, the device doesn't really need to be, the device really doesn't need to be connected now, right? Because I have an address. Or maybe if I disconnect it, that address will go away. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so let's hit send. And, okay, I'll open up the camera. I'll scan that CAS address. It likes it. Okay. And let's send a small amount because we've never done this before. Yeah, that's not too much, right? And I need the card. We'll hit send. Put the card to the back of the phone, and off it goes. All right. And now we're like living in Caspa world, right? So now we shouldn't have any huge fees or any long waits because Caspa is a cheap, lightweight crypto. That's the whole point of this Caspa exercise, isn't it? I don't know, right? So let's see, how long is it going to take for there to be? Now, if I'm worried if I refresh, it's like going to ask me to reconnect. No, it didn't. It just, well, there it is. I got a balance, right? So we're good. Let's try sending it back out again and see how that works. Can I send? Okay, yeah. All right. Where am I going to send it to? I can send it back to this one. Whoops. So here's our Caspa address. Let's hit receive. I'm going to share this with myself so that I'll have access to it from my desktop. I'm pretty sure that this is fine, but, you know, to be thorough, it's best practice to make, you know, send some in and then send some out, you know. Well, it got in there, but I'm not sure if I can get it out. So let's do our small test and see if we can get it out, right? Makes sense. There's our Caspa address. Let's go back to our little vault here. There it is. Let's send it all back out and see if it works. Right. Let's turn the camera on. Now we definitely need the ledger now because we're going to be authorizing an outgoing transaction, right? So let's hit sign with ledger and send. It wants me to review that. There's the address I'm sending to. There's the amount. And there's the fees, really cheap, right? Let's hit both buttons. And off it goes. Not bad. Let's see what we got over here. All right. That was it, right? I think it came back. How much should I send? 10. Okay. So, yeah, I think it came back in. And now I'm like, I wasn't even paying attention. I think that was it, though. I think it came back in. Oh, I have to go to this. There's the Caspa Explorer, right? So, yeah. So I got the 9.99999. All right, there it is. I sent the 10, and then I got it back, right? So now I'm confident that this thing is going to work. All right, let's turn this off. Now let's just go ahead and send all of it. All right, we'll do a send. We'll open up the camera. We'll scan our CAS wallet. Let's just go ahead and send it all. Let's hit send. And then I need the card. Okay. That's done. And this time it should all go out. Right, we should have 0 balance here shortly. If I did everything correctly. I thought it did. This is transaction pending. Whoops. Oops. There it goes. That's 0. And now let's refresh this one. There. Ta-da! David Wilson, thank you for that subscription. Appreciate it. So there we go. Now we have a CAS wallet that is ledger-based, right? Where there's a big difference, and I want to drive this point home. There's a big difference between ledger-supported app or a ledger app with third-party support and Ledger Live support. A lot of people, if they can't do it in Ledger Live, they consider it not supported. But nothing could be further from the truth. There is a rich cornucopia of Ledger-supported wallets that will allow you to secure your crypto with your Ledger device as long as you're willing to, use a third-party wallet. There's a little bit of a learning curve, right? We just were playing around with a brand new wallet, but here's our app catalog. If we scroll down, now they're sorted by market cap, I believe. So the big boys are all supported in Ledger Live. But if you keep going down, you'll see Monero requires a third-party wallet. Flow requires a third-party wallet. EOS, Neo, IOTA. So there's a whole bunch of cryptos that you can secure using your Ledger device. The private key will be stored on your Ledger device, but you'll have to do a little research and learn how to use the third-party wallet. We did Near at the beginning of the live stream, and Near protocol token did not used to be supported in Ledger Live proper. You had to use a third-party wallet. So depending on the crypto, Kusama requires a third-party wallet. Ravencoin requires a third-party wallet. There's a whole bunch of available tokens that you can secure with your Ledger device if you're willing to take a little time and learn how to use a third-party wallet. All right. And this wallet seems pretty good, right? CAS Vault. Oh, I got out of the... Oh, I guess it does, disconnect when you... I got... See, oh, you can't see it, but here, I'll move myself out of the way, right? It comes out, says, hey, you need to get in the Caspa app, dum-dum. So, yeah. Right, so yeah, to use this wallet and read your balance, you have to be connected in the app. Right, we'll just go right back in. Right, so there's nothing to worry about. Right, we know that the private key is being managed on my device. I can always reconnect and see my balance. No big deal. Oh, okay. Let's try again. There. Easy peasy. All right. So it's funny. Let's see, we'll go to overview. It doesn't tell me, it doesn't give me any dollar value, right? It's a pretty basic wallet, but that's okay. I know it's in there, and that's fine. You can also, as I mentioned, or as I was showing you, the CAS can be managed in my Tangem wallet too. But a lot of people have been asking me, hey, can you show me how to use CAS with my Ledger device? And there it is, right? Now I'm kind of, I don't know if there was anything else I was going to do. I think the discussion topic tonight was mitigating transfer fees, and you saw me like agonizing over how I was going to get this CAS from point A to point B and mitigate fees, right? So, as I mentioned, one of the easiest ways for me to mitigate fees is to use Binance US. And those of you who've been in the live stream many times are familiar with this whole process. I just go to Binance US. And I hit deposit, and they will allow me to deposit Tether in Tron format, right? They support Tron based Tether. So it makes it really easy for me to cash out this Tether, right? Here's $120. Let's do a send, and I'll open up my camera. I'll scan that deposit address, and then I'll just send it all. What the hell, right? And this is where, they're charging me $2 in Tron for this, but that's okay. Oh, I need my Face ID. I need the card. And off it goes. Right, so I've done that many times. But we wanted to do something with CAS. So I don't believe you can buy CAS on Binance US. And I know you can't buy it on Coinbase. So it was either Uphold or Tangem. I was going to do Uphold, but it just got to be too stressful for me. Now that I've got this Tether that's in my Binance US account, I don't think they have, do they still have? Oh, I used to be able to do this, but maybe they've come up with a new payment method. Let me see what they've got here. What can they do? Okay. Because it was my understanding that they don't do fiat off-ramps anymore. Well, this is kind of weird. There's nothing. Maybe it's just a shell of its former self. So, yeah. So I can't get I can't cash out to my bank from Binance US, but I can do the next best thing. I can just buy something fast and cheap like Solana, which maybe we could have done on my Tangem. That would have probably been the better thing. Hi, is just clicking on a scam NFT in Ledger enough to lose one's funds? No. Just clicking on it is not enough. So that's the question that Kenneth asked here. So let's go into my Polygon account because there's all kinds of scam tokens in here. People are always worried that I've got someone in the YouTube comments or in an email said that they threw their ledger in the fire when they saw all these scam tokens in their wallet. Oh my God, right? It's just because blockchains are public, people can send scam tokens. So you can hide them. You can right click and do hide, right? So you don't have to see it. But just clicking on it is not going to suck anything out of your wallet, right? what you would have to do would be to go through this whole process where they want you to go to this website and do all this crazy stuff, or maybe even sending it. It's pretty rare that the send is going to be a problem, but usually you have to connect your ledger to a website like Rarible or some other NFT trading site, and then try to sell this crazy thing. A lot of people think they've struck it rich, like this one here. Oh my God, I just won 10,000 US Tether. So they want you to go to this website, ustevent.io, and that's the rabbit hole that'll lead you down to the getting scammed, right? But just clicking on it and looking at it is not going to empty out your wallet, all right? You can safely ignore all these, all right? They're just like junk mail. Like you may have already won. Yeah, they want you to interact with it in some way or form. Like, and then it would, but it would drain just the Polygon. Like, and I don't really have any Polygon in here. There's no way that a malicious smart contract on the Polygon chain can drain the Bitcoin out of my Ledger wallet, right? The Bitcoin is on a separate blockchain. So, yeah, I think we talked about this last week, wallet drainers and, the extent to which they can affect your Ledger device. So to reiterate, right, just there's no way clicking on a scam NFT token is going to drain my Bitcoin wallet. And it's just clicking on it is not going to drain even my Polygon wallet either. Yeah, see, I'm going to get 5 ETH if I do this, right? But even trying to send it is kind of sketchy. I know there was this thing called Kick token that used to come in to everyone's Ethereum wallet. You got like 888,888 Kick tokens. But you couldn't send them. Like if you tried to send them somewhere, like so you could sell them, it was like you couldn't even send them. The smart contract was such that they wouldn't even allow you to send them. And the deal is that you had to, the only way you could cash them in is on their site. As it turned out, Kick tokens actually ended up, you could have used them. I think I found out too late that there was like a cash out of Kick tokens, but it was sketchy, right? Because it was like you could only use their site. It was weird how you couldn't even send from your own wallet. It was just a scammy token. So I think maybe you might try to send it. It might allow you to send it, but you'd have to pay gas fees to do it. So you might try sending it somewhere where you might try to sell it or whatever, but I don't even think that would sending it out of the wallet is definitely not going to allow it to drain your wallet, right? It's when you connect your device to a website where you trade NFTs, that's where you might get caught with a malicious smart contract, that kind of stuff. Let's see. I wish the balances for these wallets were converted correctly. It always seems to be incorrect on a few wallets. It always could be faster updates on the balance of the account. The conversions say, I can't read that, from US dollar to Australian dollars on Tangem and others. Yeah, the whole idea of being able to see the US dollar value of the crypto in your wallet is a luxury. We looked at this guy over here. This wallet only shows me the balance, because it's just a CAS wallet. It doesn't have the luxury of being connected to pricing APIs. And that's what we're dealing with. When you have a wallet that connects to pricing APIs to give you a dollar value, that's a bonus on top of the fact that you can hodl your crypto in the wallet. But a lot of people look at that as like a deal breaker. What? I can't see the US dollar value? It's broken, right? Well, not really. But as you can see, Ledger gives you a dollar value of just about every crypto in the wallet, and people get mad if they don't see it, or if it's not right, or if it's not, it's not fully accurate. The problem is that the Bitcoin, this Bitcoin in my Ledger wallet has a dollar value. It may not be the same dollar value if I were to take, let me see if I can do it. Doggone it. It's not going to let me highlight that, but I'll put it over here. Let's go over here and go to CoinGecko. Whoops. And put in that amount of Bitcoin, which is 0.00207936. All right, so CoinGecko tells me that's $99.13, whereas Ledger Live is telling me it's $99.38, right? There is no, price API of last resort when it comes to crypto, right? And it might show you a different value on a different website or on a different exchange. So none of these dollar values are written in stone, right? I know it's irritating. You want to see the dollar value of your holdings. I do too. I get it. But I'm just saying that it's a little sketchy from the start, right? Because the main thing that you should be worried about is how, well does my wallet work, right? Can I hold the crypto? Can I move it in? Can I move it out? The dollar value, that's not a deal breaker for me. If for example, this wallet, I can say, well, I got 330 CAS. How much is it worth? Okay, maybe I'll just go over here to CoinGecko and find out. Let's see, I got 330 CAS in there. So let's go, boom. Okay, it's worth $46. Okay, I'm happy. All right. So if it's not showing up properly in Ledger Live, dollar value wise, or in your Tangem, it's not like the value isn't there. It's like you can always sell it at market value if you send it back to the exchange, right? It's all relative, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Crypto Dave, need your help. I created a bit sensor wallet, had funds in there, however, they moved to a new version. I'm not sure how much I can help with this, but we can try. Bit tensor? Bit tensor. I don't think this is a wallet per se. It's sort of a wallet. Okay, the web-based wallet has been depreciated. The only official wallet supported by the Open Tensor Foundation works as an extension in Chromium-based browsers. And I'm assuming that you have something in the old wallet and now you can't transfer it to the new wallet because you can't access the old wallet. Makes sense. There's nothing, I can't really help you with that. If perhaps it was based on a ledger, then you could just reconnect with the new one. I don't know when you created this, if it gave you a seed phrase. Let's see, where's the wallet? Wallet, okay. Well, where is the Chrome-based version? Okay. Chrome. Whoops. Chrome Web Store. Let's see. Let's try BitTensor. BitTensor. Okay. Okay. All right. So it's an extension. And now that we have it, we go here and then we import our seed phrase, right? There, we hit import and you put in your 12-word mnemonic. That's it. If you don't have your 12-word mnemonic, I can't help you. And please don't give me your 12-word mnemonic. I don't want it. All right, but that's all you have to do is just install the Chrome version and import your 12-word mnemonic. That thing you wrote down when you set up the original one, right? You wrote it down on a piece of paper, 12 words, hopefully. You know where it is? Hi, just click yes. Mark, Retro Mike Tech, good for being here. Has everyone hit the like button? I hope so. Oh, man. Let's see, what else can we do? Those were good questions, though. I'm glad you guys brought those up. You know, that BitTensor question is a, you know, you're going to run into that kind of stuff, you know, and it's heartbreaking. You know, I had put some BEP2 tokens in my Trust wallet and then like held on to them for a couple of years. And then when I decided I wanted to cash out, it was like they weren't supported anymore. You know, it was just like, what? So, yeah, you kind of, not only is with crypto, you have to, you know, get the technicals down. But a lot of tokens, if they're just kind of like not top tier tokens, maybe you're hoping, you know, if you get in early or whatever and you get the wallet set up and everything, a lot of times the project will go through changes and the wallets will change and whatever. I've had a few cryptos like that where like I remember one. It was the I can give you a perfect example of something that happened to me. I may have deleted it now. Clever. The Clever wallet. And it was a really cool wallet. Well, now they're like, oh, they want me to upgrade. Or like, okay. But I had some Clever tokens in there. And like when I upgraded, the Clever tokens aren't there anymore. The Clever tokens were like in the old wallet. Ugh, yeah. Anyhow, I was able to get my Tron out, but the Clever tokens had gone through some sort of upgrade, and I had the old Clever token, and it was like I was stuck. It was gone. Right? It wasn't like a deal breaker. It wasn't like I had my life savings in Clever tokens, but I had put at one point, like in 22, they were worth pretty good chunk of money. But after the crypto crash, they were like less than $100, whatever they were. But I kind of thought, well, I'll just hang on to them. Maybe they'll have a comeback someday. Well, they did, but because I hadn't been paying attention to the wallet, there was some kind of update that I didn't do, and it was too late. When I got around to like dealing with it, I was like, oops. So yeah, you're gonna have to, you know, keep an eye on your crypto. You never know. Sometimes they just don't. The project is kind of, you know, nobody's there or whatever, and the developers aren't working on it anymore, and the project just kind of gets abandoned. I don't think I can get my Gala version 1 off Coinbase. I didn't know about the claim. Yeah, that kind of stuff too, like old tokens when they have kind of a migration and stuff like that. If you're not keeping up to speed on that kind of stuff, you might miss it. I don't know about Gala. There's version. They got both. They got version 1 and version 2. If you have version 1 on Coinbase, you can't just swap them? Or maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, look, it's not working. See, I told you it doesn't work. I can click and I can't switch between regular Coinbase and I don't know what it is. It's got to be the Brave browser. It works just fine in Chrome, right? If I go up here, boom, that's what I'm looking for right there. Click, boom, pulls down. Try it in Brave. Click, nothing. Click, 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 nothing. All right? I don't know what the problem is. All right, so let's go to advanced. And can you still even trade Gala? Oh, yeah, like only the new one, I guess, huh? Oops. Yeah. I guess you could withdraw. Oh, trading disabled. Oops. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, the token's in your account, but you can't sell it. The only thing you do is withdraw it somewhere where maybe they can deal with it. Yeah. That kind of stuff happens a lot. It's not going to happen with Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? But, these smaller tokens, you can run into these kind of issues. Keeping up with projects is key. I've lost many over the years just from projects switching from coins to tokens and me never doing the swap. Yes, happens. Yeah. Old BTT to new BTT. Oh, yeah. BitTorrent. I don't think Gala, yeah. Remember that New York residents need to keep their coins off of KuCoin by April. Oh, okay. Or the funds will be transferred to the AG. Yeah, I never really kept much on KuCoin, but I was really disappointed when they stopped supporting US. I always used it for to buy tokens that I wanted that I couldn't get elsewhere. I would usually just deposit some crypto in, make my swap, and then pull them back out again. But they don't support U.S. users anymore. They'll say, "Oh, your IP address is restricted," right? Well, and you log in with a VPN, and then they say, "Well, we need KYC." And then they go, choose your country. And then U.S. isn't in the list. You're like, okay. And then I think they put it in the list, and then when you try and choose it, it says, you're in the U.S. Yeah. Thank you, Gary Gensler. Took away one of my favorite crypto exchanges. Oh, you had to do the claim to get your V2 tokens, but it didn't even hear about it. Rest in peace. Yeah. Glad it wasn't too much. Barbara K, how do you get the tokens off KuCoin? They won't support US anymore. I guess you can't. I mean, if you can't get logged in, then you can't pull your tokens out. Now, I remember that Binance, when they were restricted to U.S. users back in 2020, 21, 22, whenever it was, they had a mechanism that would allow you to get yourself logged into your account long enough to withdraw your tokens. They wouldn't let you trade, but they would allow you to get logged in so that you could pull your tokens out. And that lasted for several months, or maybe even a year. It was a long time after they stopped allowing you to trade. But you could get logged in, but they would send you emails. You got to get your emails off. I'm sorry, you got to withdraw your token before this date, or it'll be gone, or whatever. But they gave you a lot of chances. I don't know about KuCoin. I didn't really have any tokens on there, I don't remember getting any emails from them telling me that, hey, you better withdraw your tokens. It was just kind of, you can't get in anymore. So sorry, Charlie. But like I said, I didn't store anything on here long term. But there might be a mechanism to, like if you had tokens on there and it's, a substantial amount, a couple $100 or more, then there might be a way that you can contact their tech support. And that was another thing with Binance too. They said, okay, if you don't withdraw them by this date, then you'll have to deal with us through tech support. So they don't want to be accused of being thieves. So they'll do their due diligence to get your tokens back to you. But they won't allow you to log in and trade anymore. But after a certain point, I think it has to go through their tech support, like a support ticket, since you can't get logged in anymore. So you might be able to, like KuCoin support. Sometimes you can't find it on their website, and you just have to like Google it or whatever there. So maybe, see, continue as a guest. Since I can't get logged in, I would say, okay, contact, and you'll have to like jump through a bunch of hoops until you can get to a point where, submit a request, right? There you go. All right, so you have to go through all this. You can say, oh, there's a New York issue. Oh, they got a bunch, right? So, a New York issue. All right, boom, right? You give them your email, your phone number, tell them what the problem is. Maybe you can get your stuff back, right? So, here, I'll give you the link to this. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? No, I've lost all my. I'm getting tab fatigue. Yeah, there we go. Oh, so it's Crypto Dave. You have that seed phrase for your. What were we talking about earlier? It was that creepy, crazy wallet. What is that BitTensor? Yeah, if you got your BitTensor seed phrase, then just install the extension. You have to go to the Chrome Web Store and get the extension. It would probably be in your best interest to use Chrome. I've found that some extensions, they'll say they work in Brave, but they don't work that great. So for a Chrome browser, I would, for an extension, I would use Chrome proper rather than Brave. You can get your coins off withdrawals only. Okay, there you go. You can still withdraw your coins off KuCoin. All other services have ceased. Okay, Barbara, I will try again, but last time it won't let me. Okay. Yeah, that's sad. You have until April. Okay. Orders have been forcibly closed since February 8th. Luckily, we have replays. Diesel Kane. Hey, Diesel, it's good to have you. Good to see you. Crypto Dave. Was it Crypto Dave that was asking? Oh, yeah. Cool, Crypto Dave. I'm glad you still have this. Hey, you should be in business. Nearly 1 a.m. here. Time to sleep. See you. Yeah, I think I might be heading out pretty soon, too. I didn't have a whole list of things to do tonight. But I did go through some mental gymnastics a little bit. But I'll just hang out until 8 and keep taking questions. There's been a lot of good questions tonight. Still logged into your account. Okay, cool. That's good. Yeah, I didn't have any tokens that were on there, so I was just disappointed that I couldn't use it anymore because I used it quite often. I used it quite a bit during the live stream when we were talking about different tokens that we couldn't get on Coinbase. We were using KuCoin. It was one of my favorite exchanges because it worked really well, and they had a lot of, tokens that you couldn't get elsewhere. My wife has Russian citizenship. I think I can use that. The Steelers, 1968. $20. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. The Steelers, 1968. I really appreciate it, but I'll have to admit, and don't get mad, but when I was a kid, I lived in Houston, and we weren't big fans of the Steelers because they were bumping the Houston. You remember the Houston Oilers and Earl Campbell and Bum Phillips, their coach, Bum Phillips? I'm dating myself. And the Steelers were Terry Bradshaw. That was in the 70s, the mid 70s, right? Yeah, they used to send us home with they'd hand our butts to us. The Steelers were a tough team, right? Well, the Oilers with Earl Campbell never made it to the Super Bowl. But it was that John Elway at the Denver Broncos that really gave the Houston Oilers their last nail in the coffin. They were in the AFC Championship against Denver, and that damn Elway just kept throwing passes. Yeah. But I liked the Steelers and Terry Bradshaw, but they were one of our rivals when I was a kid. That and the Dallas Cowboy. Can you imagine living in Houston and dealing with Dallas Cowboy fans living in your hometown of Houston? I'm like, dude, if you like Dallas so much, go live in Dallas. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate it. Yes, Earl Campbell was like a running back linebacker. He just like ran straight into people. He was like a tank, man. It was pretty cool. Well, yes, I'm glad you learned, and I appreciate that donation. It's much appreciated. If you got a question, throw it out. We still got about 8 or 9 minutes before we're done. Watching the game tomorrow. You know what? I hate to admit this, but I just stopped caring about sports a long time ago. I consider it kind of an opiate for the masses. There's nothing wrong with sports. I just feel like the way people think about and deal with sports and follow sports is like kind of over the top. But it's weird, because I remember, like, as you can tell, it's obvious I used to watch football when I was a kid, but I don't follow sports anymore. And I remember I was somewhere, I don't know where we were waiting for something. And I met this guy. He was a little older than me, and we were sitting around waiting for something and just killing time. And we start talking, and he brought something up about basketball, and I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I don't follow sports." And so he's like, "Oh, okay." And then we talked for a few more minutes, and then he brings sports up again. I'm like, "I'm sorry, but I can't engage you. I don't know anything about any of the current teams right now. I have no opinion on any of the, And he was like, I'm sure he was like, what's wrong with this guy? Doesn't know anything about sports. Yeah, I got crypto. I got my kids. There's always something that I should be reading or researching. I feel bad not doing that, if I were to sit down and watch a game. And I used to watch the Super Bowl for the commercials for several years, and then I got fed up with that too. Yeah, commercial TV. I cut the cord on my cable, and I only have streaming services, and I raised my kids without having to watch commercials. I just felt that was important, that my kids, they could watch whatever they want on Hulu or Amazon Prime and SpongeBob or whatever, but I didn't want to expose them to all those commercials that they shoot at your kid's brain, you know, for candy and toys and all that, breakfast cereals. So yeah, I don't like commercials. I don't like watching them, even the Super Bowl commercials. Maybe I'll check them out on YouTube, you know. Sometimes I'll do that, but most of the time they're for stuff I don't use or want anyway. Diesel Kane, Rex, is it safe to log into Ledger Live on someone else's computer? Yes, relatively safe. You could, yes, completely safe, unless you don't really want them seeing your balances. But even then, I mean, if they're nice enough, thank you for that, Joseph. If someone is nice enough to let you sit down in front of their Ledger Live and you have your device with you, you could sit down at their in front of their Ledger Live, hit Add Account, connect your device, and like manage your balance or whatever if you needed to send crypto in or out or something like that. And then when you were done, before you left, you would just delete it, right? Delete the account from their portfolio. But there's no way they're going to have any, or even if you left the account in their Ledger Live, they wouldn't have any access to the crypto without your device. So it's perfectly safe to use someone else's Ledger Live. There's no way that they'll have any access to your Ledger accounts once you leave with your Ledger, right? But you know, like I said, if it's an emergency and you need to use their Ledger Live, it's perfectly safe, right? And it's not, and there's no way you're going to be able to take any of their crypto simply by connecting your device, right? Doesn't work that way. Yeah. In the States, you are one of only 2 countries that allow medical commercials. They are so comical, it's scary. Yes, that is true. When I was a kid, they used to have smoking commercials. But now they ban those, right? The Marlboro can't advertise on TV. But there was a law passed in like the 80s or the 90s where they allowed pharmaceutical companies to direct market to people on TV, and no other country, or I guess maybe one other country, allows that. That is scary. And that's why, like when I'm at my parents' house and we're watching something on cable or whatever, it just creeps me out that there's like 5 pharmaceutical commercials in a row, you know, and then they're like listing all the side effects for whatever. And I'm like, I forgot, what was this drug for? The one that could cause suicidal thoughts or actions? It's for heartburn? I'm like, what? So you're going to risk suicidal thoughts or action because your stomach hurts? Give me a break, man. Take some Pepto-Bismol. Yeah. What do you think about Chainlink airdrop in Trezor wallet? I think it's a scam. I feel it's somehow having one wallet. I have not heard about any kind of Chainlink airdrop. Probably a scam. Chainlink has been around for a while. I don't think they're doing any airdrops. Unless it's associated with, did you say Trezor? Maybe Trezor is doing something, but I don't think, yeah, I don't think so. I wouldn't mess around with some kind of Trezor Chainlink airdrop. Oh, scam airdrop tokens appearing in your wallet. I have a Trezor T, it's a token in my wallet. How do I remove it? These people are probably talking about the scam NFTs that come into your Ethereum or your Polygon. Well, I don't think they support Polygon, but they do support Ethereum. So, yeah, I wouldn't mess around with a link scam. Sounds scammy to me. Better eat a carnivore to reverse most disease. I was watching Tosh, and he was talking to some kid in the audience, and he's like, he says, when you go to a doctor, don't listen to what the doctor tells you, because 90% of the stuff that you go to the doctor for is just going to go away on its own, except for cancer. That'll kill you. But it's right, back pain, headaches, stomach aches, flus, most of that stuff, just weather through it. You'll be fine. Right. They want you to connect the wallet, so I'm assuming it's a scam. Yeah, anytime they're like, okay, you want this airdrop connect wallet here, that's a red flag. Unless it's something you initiate on your own, right? You're out there looking for it. You're like, how do I get this Jupe token thing? I did a video last week about how to claim the Jupe airdrop. That was legitimate, right? But if you get an email or a link or something saying claim some air token, you didn't even know about it, you're like, what? There's an airdrop? Okay. Yeah, don't be sucked in by someone telling you about an airdrop, right? Right? Maybe if you hear about it on the news or whatever, and then, how do I get this? That's different. But just like a link says, hey, there's an airdrop, you better connect your wallet now and we'll put it in. Yeah. Yeah. Move more to point on Trezor T, those buttons when you're old. They're so small. Yeah. Yeah, I love the Trezor T, but it's I'm a little fat-fingered on that little touch screen. I love that touch screen for, like, authorizing transactions, but sometimes when I'm trying to enter my PIN, it's a little dicey. The Trezor Safe 3 is kind of cool. It has, the buttons go all the way across. The buttons are pretty easy to use, but it's not a touch screen, right? It's just like a button-driven menu. But it's a nice little wallet. I like it. Have you ever tried the IM token hardware wallet? Yeah, I did no, I haven't actually tried the IM token native wallet. The IM token has their own little hardware wallet, but I did do a video on using the IM token app with the Keystone hardware wallet. But yeah, IM token has their own little device. Let's see here. Right, so if you go to this, you hit the plus, connect, and yeah, they have their own little IM token device. I haven't tried that. I might see. Don't allow. Red packet campaign. Oh, okay, whatever. No, I haven't tried it yet. I think you could probably get it on their website there. Products. Well, features. What is this? Does this just want me to download it? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you get... Oh, here. Hardware wallet. Okay, there it is. Okay. It looks very similar to the Secure X wallet. The Secure X wallet is cool. It's got this little e-ink display. I did a video on this one not too long ago either. Yeah, this one. The Shield Bio. Yeah. This is a cool little wallet. I haven't tried that IM token wallet yet. Let's paste that one in there. And this one. Whoops. Well, I don't know what happened to it. Oh, this one. Yeah. Give you that one. Okay, it's after 8 now, and we've just been jawboning about whatever. Today's daily close is the highest close since March of 2022. Yeah, right on, Dan. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff to talk about on Tuesday. Okay, and Solana's going to introduce a new thing next year. That'll be cool. A lot of interesting stuff going around in crypto. Let's before I sign out, let's just see where we stand. We didn't break 48 during the live stream. We pulled back just a tad, but still things are looking good. So good luck, everybody. I want to thank Dan for being here, Kenny for all the news. Thank you so much, everyone that donated. Joseph donated. Always very kind of you, Joseph, to donate. The Steelers, 1968. Big donation there. Appreciate that. And Pot Boiler dropped some love my way. And Asil, as always, Asil, very kind and generous. JDO, thank you for moderating. Dan, also for moderating. Everyone that joined and watched and commented, I really appreciate it. Let's go back over here. I'm going to go see what's up with the cat. He was out, and then he's back, and he was meowing. I think probably Alex fed him. Did you feed the cat? Alex? Yeah, he fed the cat. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon. I'll be back here 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me again next Saturday for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Also, every Wednesday, I'm doing a live stream around 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So if this one's too late for you, maybe check me out on Wednesdays. Hope to see you there. Good night, everyone. Oh, the mic's turned back on this time. Oh, I was scrolling up to the top.